Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for the LOA Roundtable. This segment we're going to talk about all the many things that we have coming up, so if you wish to take a pencil and write on your calendar some very important dates to save, that'd be great. Otherwise, if you wish, you can go to our website at sosloa.org for all details on all the information I'm going to be giving you. First of all, we have coming up September 22nd, kayak meetup, which is Saturday, and this will be also followed then by our final kayak meetup on October 15th. So mark your calendars. We're having a wonderful time down at the Hahatonka Spring. The big Two Dam Days race is coming September 28th at Drake Harbor, 5:30. Please join us. We're going to have a great time. Clean Water Festival. All the big racers are going to be coming in from all over the nation, and we are going to have great buffet food and a beer garden, and Sugar Bush is going to be playing. So that's going to be Friday evening, the 28th. Saturday morning, off starts the racers, and we're all going to have a wonderful time at Captain Ron's on the 29th. Everybody's invited. Come have a good time. Clean Water Festival, big awards, all the fun boats are going to be coming in. So we hope you'll join us for that. And then Sunday at Beavers at the Dam, we'll wrap up the events. All the professionals will be coming in, and we'll have the big award at the stage. And again, your chance to say hello to all kinds of wonderful people. We're going to be having our horns blowing all over the lake, cheering those racers down as they come. We're going to ask all of you on the 29th and 30th to be watchful out there on the lake. And if you see the racers coming, blow a horn and let the folks downstream know they're coming. And we're going to try to make the Guinness World Book records on the longest cheering line ever with horn blowing. So everybody jump in and help us. If you're out on your boat those days, please be watchful of our kayakers. We'd really appreciate it. October 8th, we're going to have a rain barrel building workshop, and Caroline Toole will talk to us about that in a little bit in this segment. And then we're going to have our our public meeting at Old Kinderhook on the 15th of October. So an awful lot going on this show. We have two very special guests today, Rob Carruthers with Filtrex from St. Louis, and we have Bill McKay, our very own Paradise landscaper here at the lake, to talk about this wonderful grow sock. So many of you have heard about it, and today you're going to get to actually see how it works. So please stay with us. We will be back shortly.
Lake Galleon at the Lake of the Ozarks offers novelty gifts for your home and dock. Come into our one-of-a-kind store in Osage Beach and enjoy all of our unique gift items from the floor to the ceiling. We also have local Ozark artwork, including paintings, stained glass, and garden sculptures. If you're looking for that one-of-a-kind item, we've got it, from our statues to our famous palm trees. We also sell custom chainsaw carvings and totem poles, along with chainsaw services to carve your trees at home. Lake Galleon, truly a lake original, located on Highway 54 across from Andy Custard in Osage Beach. And don't forget,
there's always free browsing at Lake Galleon.
Drive the dream. Sea Ray boats from Marine Max at Port Arrowhead. Experience our exclusive Sea Ray sport boats featuring quiet ride technology, patented sound absorption materials for reduced noise and vibration, providing a quieter and more enjoyable ride. Be the first to experience Quiet Ride. Come drive the dream at Marine Max on Bagnell Dam Boulevard or at mile marker 16 by water. Call today for your personal showing and come drive the dream with Sea Ray Boats.
Welcome back, and again, we're so happy to have you. This is such a special show. Rob Carruthers has joined us from St. Louis, and he is down from Filtrex Company. He is, what are you, general manager or general marketing, or?
Actually, regional manager for the Midwest.
Okay. We have such an incredible product that we're going to be working with folks around the lake, especially around the shoreline and in the watershed. Even if you're third, fourth, fifth tier, if you have water in your yard, in the shed, during a storm, going into any kind of a body, a creek, etc., that gets to the lake, that's our #1 pollutant in our nation today. And we decided that we at Lake of the Ozarks wanted to find the very best product out there to prevent that stormwater from entering the lake. And that's why we've asked Rob to come down from St. Louis and tell us about this product that really is the best as far as we could find anywhere in the nation. So Rob, let's talk a little bit about the sock and what does it do and why do we want to put it in our yard?
Well, the main pollutant in the United States in our water bodies is actually sediment. And sediment comes from a number of places. You can get it out of a forest if you have a large rainstorm, but the primary place that you get it from are construction sites. And with a large body of construction that you're going to be doing around the lake, then you need to be recognize that it can in fact foul your lake, and you want to use the best passive filter so that the water gets treated, the sediment gets trapped on the shoreline before it could get to the lake.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the other uses? Let's say I'm just a regular homeowner living on a pretty steep hill, and when it rains I have an awful lot of water coming from my yard into the lake.
Well, many times what you want to do is take the velocity out of the water so that it can in fact seep into the ground. And grow sock can also be used in that particular case as a level spreading device. So you slow the water down, let it seep or percolate into the ground.
Mm-hmm. How did the stock come about? I mean, why was this? I know that there was something called silt fences that they have to dig in the ground, and it's a big thing to install it, and then you have to rip it out, and everything's torn up. Why did the sock come about, and why is it different than the silt fence?
Well, actually, grow sock is not new, and it's not new because Mother Nature has used compost for hundreds of thousands of years to replenish the earth. And what we've done is just take Mother Nature's idea and encapsulate it into a sock. Looks much like a woman's hose that's filled with a material that you can grow things in. And that material is your average garden variety compost. Now, compost is in fact Mother Nature's way of creating new topsoil. So it takes all the debris that comes out of forests, the dead grass, etc., turns it into a growing, kind of fermenting product, and over a period of time then it breaks down and becomes much like topsoil.
You know, I know I've left leaves down in my yard for a year or two, and pretty soon, you know, all of a sudden I've got, it looks like a very black dirt, you know, and I thought, well, gee, that's a pretty cool thing. You know, I think the one thing that we have worked at LOA for is we have a very first-class lake. We're very proud. It's very beautiful, and we know that we're going to populate more and more as the baby boomers come in, and we want to be able to grow gracefully and still protect that water quality out in front. And we also wanted the very best product. So in our research, we found out that it's very important that you pick the right compost for success. And so that's why you're here today. Can you tell us why your compost is different maybe than some of the others out there?
Oh, absolutely. Compost is much like baking a cake. You take a little carbon, a little green source, and if you mix it properly, then Mother Nature will cause it to heat up and essentially ferment, break down, and become a very great planting medium. But if you don't mix it right, if you don't test it, if during the composting process the compost doesn't get to 140 degrees over a 14-day period, a sustained 140 degrees over a 14-day period, then you get mulch. And you're not broken down far enough. It doesn't have the correct bacteria, the correct fungi to help Mother Nature's plants grow. So you have to have a compost that comes from a U.S. Composting Council certified composter. And in the state of Missouri, there are several that are and several that aren't. And we only deal with U.S. Composting Council certified compost.
Excellent. Well, we know that in our research we found that to be true as well. And we are receiving our product from Travis in Springfield because he is the source. And later in the show we'll meet Bill McKay. He is going to be the outlet here at the lake for homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, and other landscapers for this incredible product. You know, we're so excited about this because the do-it-yourselfer can put it in. And we'll be talking to Bill a little bit later about how he's going to be working with homeowners around the lake. tell me about the different types of uses the sock can be, what can we use the sock to do? I mean, is it just something we put along our shoreline, or where do you see the sock fitting in?
Well, it actually has a variety of different places that you can use it in the yard. You can use it over the ground that's been disturbed. If you plant in it, you can get a great filter that also is very pleasing to the eye because you could put flowers in it. If you're not into flowers and you want to plant vegetables or herbs, that sort of thing, you can actually make an herb garden out of this, and it will filter the water that comes to it, trap the sediment, the herbs will grow, and you'll get clean water back into the lake. If you've got a hillside that is very rocky and has a very dense clay, doesn't grow things very well, you can actually make a landscape feature out of this and put it in that area where you've had trouble growing things. Plant in the sock, it's got everything that the plant needs, and it also will filter water. So you can use it in walls, you can use it on steep slopes, you can use it in gardens, you can use it on the edges of stream banks or creek banks or ponds. Just anywhere that you've got water and you've got a need to grow something.
Right. Well, I'm not going to promise, and I do not know the brand of this tomato plant, but I was told one gentleman put a tomato plant in one of these socks, and that tomato plant produced 80 pounds of tomatoes. Now that's kind of exciting, that this is really what we're calling black gold, especially when you live here at Lake of the Ozarks, and we primarily have rock.
Sure.
To be able to put this down, and very easy to put down on the ground and plant. Well, I know that we currently, Caroline Toole, our project manager, is working with some folks over in the HH area, Four Seasons, to get a community garden going. So can you imagine laying this sock, which here at the lake we're going to be using an 8-inch sock that folks can handle easily, and it'll be about 4 foot long. And so you buy it in sections and you just lay it out very quickly, and can actually even put it in a flower pot if you wish, like a window box, and put your plants in. Or even at the edge of your deck if you want to very quickly lay this down and have your flowers planted. So a way to put flowers on the dock very easily. So I'm all of a sudden starting to see lots of uses, but primarily it is to keep that storm water out of the lake. And with that, would there be anything else you'd like to add before we bring Bill McKay on to show the sock and what he plans to do with it?
No, I think you've made a wise decision to utilize Mother Nature's building blocks. And the reason to use Filtrex is that we make those building blocks easy to use.
And that's exactly what it is, very easy to use. And with that, if you'll stay with us, we'll be right back. Bill McKay will come on and show us this wonderful new product for the lake. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Smith from Precision Auto and Tire, your local auto repair and tire store since 1987. We're located at 1024 Industrial Drive right in the heart of Osage Beach. Phone number 573-348-2233. For all your auto repair needs and tire service, please give us a call.
For almost 30 years, Glen Cove Marina has been your hometown marina. The Monterey and South Bay boat lines are unmatched. Full brokerage service, financing, refis, and title service all in-house. Award-winning boat and PWC service department, including a variety of additional services. Full C-store and gas dock with boat and PWC rentals. Everything you need for your boating experience at the lake is at Glen Cove Marina. Business 54 across from Denny's, or the marina location at the 3-mile marker, 365-4001 or glencovemarina.com.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. I am so proud and excited to have these two gentlemen with us today. They are going to really revolutionize the lake and the ability for us as homeowners to be the stewards we should be, to have the privilege to live on this beautiful body of water. Bill McKay has joined us now, and Bill is with Paradise Landscaping, and he is going to be the man that's going to handle this new fantastic product around the lake. for other landscapers and for do-it-yourselfers, and of course you'll be doing some designing and installing yourself.
Yep.
And then of course we still have Rob with us, and Rob Carruthers from St. Louis is the expert, and he's going to make sure that we put that product in the ground and on our yards properly as we get trained and up to speed. So we have a first-class product and two first-class gentlemen. And with that, Bill, let's start talking about how excited people are getting about this grow sock.
You know, the feedback we've gotten so far on projects has been phenomenal. The comparison to a normal, you know, block construction wall that everybody has to do to terrace, because everybody lives on a hillside down here, cost prohibitive for a lot of people, not functional, and it doesn't do anything to filter the water. When we first got involved with you, and really, you know, I made the comment about just giving back to the lake. I mean, I love the lake. I'm a boater. I enjoy it down here, and I want to keep the water clean. So this does two things. One, from a business standpoint, it allows a new avenue to be able to build a wall for people and to be able to landscape yards that before were not functional. For the do-it-yourselfer, it is amazing. I mean, the sock itself is a pretty lightweight material. The functionality of being able to plant in it, like you said, depending on what you put in there, how you do it, how you irrigate it, and becoming a living wall that truly will filter the water, terrace it to where you can now have landscape on your hillside where you couldn't before, and cleaning the water at the same time. I mean, it's just it's a win-win all the way around.
You know, what I think I'm excited about too is we've taken delivery on 4-foot sections that are going to be easy to handle. But if there would be a huge job, you know, this, you know, you can curve this, you can go up 2 or 3, you can go higher, you can build quite a tall wall, and again, it's living, so it can be all green.
Correct.
It is just awesome. What are and maybe Rob, you might want to help with this. How do we build a wall that's going to be pretty tall, let's say? I understand that there's been walls built with roads built over them, so this is pretty sturdy stuff.
They were showing in one of the brochures there was a wall that was actually 30 foot tall, which is mind-boggling. But the thing is, in the construction, you know, on a normal conventional wall, you have to have your base rock in and fit your base and your footing and all that, and then build back and stack up. Similar concept here, only really what you have to do is just scratch the surface, get it in just enough, and then as you start to set back, you backfill, a combination of pinning it in, it locks together. But truly over years, or a handful of years, with what you plant in there, the wall becomes a solid wall, and like you said, a living wall.
Right.
And that's the exciting thing. So you're not just staring at a block wall. You know, we need another block wall in our front yard. Let's give it some color and some contrast and have fun and be able to curve it and do what you want to do. There's no limitations almost, and that's what's great about the product.
Right. Rob, talk to us about the GeoGrid that you use, or how, for the do-it-yourselfer, let's say. I know someone said that they could build a 500 square foot wall in a day. It's just not labor intensive at all. But talk to us about how do we get it to stay together?
Well, actually, if you use a GeoGrid and you use this just like you would any other kind of building block. So you want to make sure that you can tie it back into the wall, and the GeoGrid simply wraps over the face of the sock,
Okay.
so that it can be pinned behind the sock. And by doing that, you give the sock enough stability that the plants will have time to grow in. Because eventually what's really going to anchor it is going to be the plant roots. So you want to have a plant that's going to throw a deep root, and the compost will in fact improve the ground underneath it, so that the roots will be able to get in. And the more rooting you get, the better your soil becomes. Eventually you won't realize there was a sock there. It'll just be the garden or the green wall.
That's exciting. And I understand that they're easily seeded. Let's say you want to get it started and you want it green right away. It was suggested to me that you could put clover on it to get it greened up immediately. And that could either be spread on after you lay the wall. And I think for our case, that's the way we'll probably approach it here.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. What you do is you simply rub the seed into the sock. And if you've got a little extra compost, if you mix the seed with the compost and then rub it into the sock, you'll get very good results.
Well, I'm just very excited about it, and I know that we have folks signing up that we're getting the sock. We're working with the Rocky Mount Sewer District, and those folks will be getting letters pretty quickly about the wonderful thing that we're going to be doing up there in keeping their lake healthy while under construction, getting their sewer in, and putting this sock around their grinders when they dig that are going to be put in the ground. And we want to offer anyone in that area or anywhere in the lake that wants more information about the sock, feel free to go to SOSLOWA.org and contact myself by phone if you wish at 434-4400. Or Bill, what is your number at Paradise?
They can actually call my cell phone, which is 692-5371 is the best way to get a hold of me, or bill@designyourparadise.com.
Excellent. Well, let's bring Caroline Toole on here in just a minute to talk about how you can start with the Grow Sock and get some of our grant funds working for you, where our monies are coming back to the local folks. So stay with us. We'll be right back with Caroline Toole. Thank you.
We clean windows. Call us at 573-434-9366, providing a better outlook on life one window at a time.
Lake Galleon at the Lake of the Ozarks offers novelty gifts for your home and dock. Come into our one-of-a-kind store in Osage Beach and enjoy all of our unique gift items from the floor to the ceiling. We also have local Ozark artwork, including paintings, stained glass, and garden sculptures. If you're looking for that one-of-a-kind item, we've got it, from our statues to our famous palm trees. We also sell custom chainsaw carvings and totem poles, along with chainsaw services to carve your trees at home. Lake Galleon, truly a lake original, located on Highway 54 across from Andy Custard in Osage Beach. And don't forget,
There's always free browsing at Lake Galleon.
Hi there. I want to take a couple minutes here and tell you about our very exciting cost share program. If you're considering a landscaping project that helps to reduce that old runoff, that stormwater runoff, if you have a project that's going to help reduce the amount of runoff coming off of your property, getting into any kind of water, then we are for you. We have a half off your landscaping projects right now. We call it Greens for Greenery. It's a cost share incentive program, and it comes from our grant. And this is a 319 grant from the Environmental Protection Agency, administered through our own Missouri Department of Natural Resources, that's funding this project. It's half off of your landscaping bill for any kind of landscaping project that helps to reduce that amount of stormwater runoff, like using these socks or rain gardens, vegetated buffer strips. These socks come in great with our project. So any kind of project, give us a call at 434-4400, that's Loa's main number, or go to our website at SOSLOWA.org. Sign up to have somebody come out for a free consultation. We'll come out, we'll talk to you about your yard, make some suggestions for you, and get you signed up for our cost share Greens for Greenery program. While I have a minute here, I want to make a little correction from earlier. Our kayak meetup in October is really Saturday, October 13th. We'd love to see you out there at the Hahatonka Spring Shelter House. And these are kayak meetups. Whether you have a kayak or not, come on out. Look at the different kayaks, talk to people, try out some different models. We have a great time out there on Saturday morning, 9 till noon, at the Hahatonka Spring Shelter House, October 13th. If you miss our September 22nd one coming up, then try that October 13th. And remember, go to our website, SOSLOWA.org, all about our half-off landscaping projects, our Greens for Greenery program here with LOA.
The Launch 28 is an uncompromising family day boat that offers the best of both worlds. It's stylish and elegant, but it's also amazingly practical. The power, weight, and width of the Launch 28 give it exceptional rough water comfort. It is the largest member of the Launch family. This is a boat made for more adventurous trips and longer excursions. It is ideal for water sports and also for entertaining friends. But whatever you choose to do, it'll provide both driver and guests with exhilaration and relaxation in equal measure.